Nasty Nick, the first survivor to be booted off.
Back, and you can hear the wonderful voice of Marti Pellow singing Totally Live at 11:45.
And he's with us for his new single, Live.
And the results of that free wedding.
And his first record for 4 years. He's here live, 11:45.
I'm sorry about this.
And there are millions. Breathe a sigh of relief today because he's back, well and happy, after a few terrible years getting to grips with addiction. Well, he's been sober now for 2 years. His new record, which he's singing live for us here, shows his voice is as fabulous as ever, and it seems unbelievable to think it's 4 years since his last record with Wet, Wet, Wet.
I feel it in my toe. Love is all around me, and if I never see you again, and think of me now and then.
Whoa. Welcome back. You've been much missed.
Yeah,
it's great to be back. It's great to be singing again and entertaining.
And congratulations to you for coming back from it all. Well done.
Well, you know, I think it was, it was a dark time in my life, but luckily enough I had the insight and a little bit of clarity to address that, my addictions. And if you like, get knowledge about it and be able to help myself and breaking bread with some people who could actually help me and take me through that.
Yeah.
Because I think when you're ready in yourself to embrace sobriety, it's abundantly clear, and sometimes you really have to be in the bones of your ass sometimes.
You must have thought about it a heck of a lot. As you say, you've been sober now for 2 years, but this is the first time that you've made a record and you felt it was really important to evaluate what had happened to you.
Well, I think in this humbling experience that I went through, that kind of put things into perspective, what I wanted from my life. The real players in my life came to the forefront, and that was a blessing, because the business that I'm in, as well we know, can be quite tainted and quite superfluous and mundane.
Yeah.
But through that experience, I started to reevaluate and having a moment of clarity of what I wanted. And if anything, through that, I'm kind of a wee bit more gentle with myself and a little bit more laid back, and I kind of like, I'll take it a day at a time.
Do you think you were an accidental addict, in the sense that, as you say, you work in an industry not actually dissimilar to this one? There's a lot of drugs floating around in the media and in the pop and rock and roll world. I mean, it strikes me that some people that I know who've become addicted have kind of almost fallen into it by mistake. They didn't realise that they were getting hooked, and then they were, and then the whole nightmare began,
Well, you see, the funny thing, I mean, nobody consciously sets out to be an addict. No, you don't get up one day and say, you know what, hey, I'm going to be an addict today, and it kind of came up and kind of bites you in the bum, and you think that, it becomes abundantly clear that you have a problem when you're, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday occurrence. There isn't a separation between it, and you think, well, I need to get myself sorted here, and it's a dark place to be, but hopefully that when you address that and get help and it's all about education about this disease, not just this, but I mean, addiction isn't fussy who it breaks bread with. It could be somebody like myself, could be a housewife hooked in Valium. So I mean, it's all about educating and getting knowledge, because if you've got knowledge, then you have a tool to deal with your problems.
Do you think that at the time that you were, because you were, a huge fan base, one of the biggest bands in the world, you, Marti Pellow, sexy Marti Pellow, gorgeous girl, huge, beautiful voice, beautiful girlfriend and all the rest of it. Was there some part of you that found all that success hard to handle?
Well, I think it's very much like, if you can imagine getting on a lift and it's like you're in the basement, suddenly, express lift to the penthouse, and you don't be able to get off at any other different levels to reevaluate, learn through your mistakes and take it in and progress on to the next level. So in much respects, it did kind of catch me in the hop, so to speak, but I mean, the last thing I want to sound like is a whinging pop star. Poor me, I've had an amazing success, was in a fantastic band and enjoyed well over a decade of having a good time. And through the gift of song, being able to travel around the world. And I wouldn't have changed a thing. In much respects, my addiction and coming to terms with it was the worst thing, but also the best thing that ever happened to me. because through that, you know, I've managed to make my dreams become reality. New single, new album.
Yeah, that's a very good analogy, though, going from the basement to the penthouse suite in one go. Yeah, with nothing in between to give you a sense of where you are, you know.
Well, that's it, just to kind of get off and reevaluate. Okay.
Well, you must have missed, you know, when you were ill, you must have missed the music, you must have missed performing, and you must have missed, you know, getting out there.
The sad thing about my using days is, when I reflect on them, is I became a real island. I was a big isolator, you know what I mean? And it was like, push everybody away, you know?
Yeah.
Don't get in the way of my candy, you know, don't want to rock the world, and just very much isolating. And I became an island, and that for me is horrendous, because I love to break bread, you know? I would always like to think that if someone saw me in the street, say, there's Marty, I was approachable. I'm not surrounded by a bevy of minders. You know, I'm a very simple man, and things got complicated. And when things get complicated, a lot of people react different. My choice was I did a lot of self-medicating and forgot about communication.
Yeah. Well, you're back.
Just to say, your girlfriend, who's been a fantastic strength to you, your fiancée indeed. She didn't know, but she didn't know until basically you took an overdose, because you say that she wouldn't have stuck it. She wouldn't, if she'd have walked away if she'd known that you were addicted. Yeah.
Well, I think you know, if you have an addict in any family unit or any relationship, it can make the whole family sick. You know, first and foremost. But you know, she had the strength to acknowledge that, and you know, and was a great inspiration to me. And that's a beautiful thing, and we're very much still together. And I think that sprung us closest together, and you know, we're very much enjoying each other.
Let's talk a bit about the music and talk about the future, especially. But I must clear something up. Was it just a media press hype that said that you wanted to withdraw your hit #1? Lovers All Around, because you were bored. Is that true?
Well, to a certain degree. You know, I was thinking, looking back and going, well, you know, thinking about the Bryan Adams song, or the Whitney Houston song, and how did I feel about it after it had been at, you know, so many months at #1? And it, you know, it starts to become a little bit in your face too much, and you could see it starting to spin round. And it was time to put the song to bed and give that wonderful artist Saturday Night a chance at #1. You know, so it just kind of put things into perspective for you.
That's really funny. I would have thought you would stay there forever. So, have you? I mean, I haven't heard you in rehearsal, but those who have say you sound fantastic. I mean,
thanks very
as
much.
Good as ever, if not better.
Yeah.
What's the new kind of Marti Pellow going to be like? Are you going to be in the same kind of mould of ballads?
Well, if there's one thing I've taken from Wet Wet Wet, is the gift of melody and song, and you know, and hopefully I can just take that a little bit further with myself. I'm a lot more involved. I'm a lot more involved in the production and arrangements of the songs.
Yeah.
I just came back from Memphis, where I revisited and went and recorded over there with some old friends. They gave me the key to the city and stuff like that, and you know. May the 9th, official Marti Pellow Day, Memphis, Tennessee.
Cool.
And you know, life doesn't get much better than that for me.
No, that's brilliant.
It was great.
So what's it called then, the new release?
The new song's called Close to You, and it's taken from the album Smile.
Smile. Okay. Well, if you'd like to go there,
please.
the band awaits. Hey, it's really good to see you, mate. And good to see you back and well.
Aye, thanks very much. Here's a kiss.
With pleasure. See you.
Okay, cheers. So, just to repeat that, Marti's new single is called Close to You. It comes out on June the 4th. That's in about 2 weeks' time, June the 4th. And his new album, Smile, is released in July. So you just have to wait a little bit for it, but I'm sure it'll get a lot of radio plays. Is he ready? Okay.
You ready, Marti?
Marti, it's all yours.
Time is never on our side. Beauty reaches for the light. From the shadow of your smile into my arms. There's a flower in my field, you know, holding love up like a shield. Now I know we have it sealed here in my heart. Every night I turn the lights down slowly and watch you in your afterglow. I wanna get close to you. Tell me you want me to. What can I do? I need you now, and I want you now in my life. Oh no. Where the stream begins to flow, the life of love that springs, you know, from every word into my soul, and treasure buried deep inside turns the hands wave back in time, you know, leaving all the past behind. Can we let it go? Every night I turn the lights down slowly and watch you in your afterglow. I wanna get close to you. Tell me you want me to. What can I do? I need you now, and I want you now in my life. We've been holding on for things to change. The fear is gone. We'll turn the page in a book of love. And to know this love is to want it all. From high above, I feel the call of your love, my love. I wanna get close to you. Tell me you want me to. What can I do? I wanna get close to you. I wanna get close to you.
Thank you.
Beautiful song.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous. Superb.
It's really great. That is beautiful.
12 top 10 hits and 3 #1 singles, including the smash worldwide sensation Love Is All Around.